Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be choosing books for October, like spooky murder mystery books, and I'm so excited for this fall. Like, I'm just really into the fall mood right now. Like, I want to wear sweaters and drink like pumpkin-y drinks, I guess. I don't really drink pumpkin-y drinks, but I want to like bake, and so I'm really excited to read murder mysteries and whatever else like spooky books I choose. But I love murder mysteries, and so I'm so excited to kind of jump into the fall vibe this year. So the first book I chose was Murder, She Wrote. By the time you read this, I'll be gone. I have chosen this before in one of my TBR videos. I don't know. I've only done one, but I can't remember what month it was. This is a series. I mean, it's Murder, She Wrote, so I'm assuming it's a murder mystery. So I'm excited. I think this will be it's fairly short. I think this is the thinnest book of the ones I've chosen, but yeah, it says killers walk among us statistically. At least one of them knows your name. So that's pretty ominous. So I'm excited to read this one. So the second one I'm choosing is pretty popular. It's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. My mom read this, I've had friends read this, and I know there was just a Netflix show released about this. And so I think it's about time I read it. But I mean, it's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. There's murder. But I know nothing about this book really. So I do know it's part of a series though. So I think this is a good also murder mystery fall October spooky book to read. Excited for this one. And the third book I'm choosing is The Murder Game. It sounds really fun. Like, I think it's a group of kids, who find like a dead body or something in a forest. So I'm excited. Murder mystery game, and it might be like within a group who done it. So all of these are murder mystery books, but I'm really excited. So this one is by Carrie, Doyle, Holly Jackson, and Stephanie Kuehn. So these are the three books I'm going to be reading for this video this October. I'm really excited. So this is gonna be like a reading vlog. I'm gonna finish these. Alright, so this is my first update for by the time you read this, I'll be gone. It is 8:22 on Monday night. I filmed the first part of the video, choosing all my books yesterday, so it's been a day. And I'm now on page 106, which is 35% done. And I read a bit in school, but I wanted to update because I read quite a bit today. I'm quite a bit far, but it is so good. I'm really liking this book. It's a lot of mystery. There's a few mysteries going on. There's this whole kind of secret society challenge game with trying to see if this is going to be a spoiler. No. Yeah, on the back, the Broadmoor students, they have their own kind of mystery going on, but they have their own mystery, but then also it says her friend's gone missing on the back of the book. And so there's lots of different mysteries going on. And a part about the book that kind of continues the mysteries that I like is that it'll mention something oh yeah, this thing that happened so many years ago, and she's telling it to someone, but then it skips till after they told her, or they told the person, and so we don't know about it, but we know it's a thing, I guess, if that makes sense. Probably not, but it's keeping the reader in the dark, which I quite like. It's an interesting, it's keeping me engaged. I'm I want to know. It's kind of a messy drama. It's small town life. The person who went missing has really strict parents. I don't know, it's just very drama filled. I quite like it. There's not really any romance really going on. I don't know if there will be. It is a series, but I'm also like like I'm intrigued on every part of the mystery because there's two kind of going on, like I said. It's like which little detail goes with which one, what's a part of what, and like it's said that there's like other murders that have happened in this town. I'm like, will those get solved? Like, is her friend dead? Like, because we don't know that either. And so it's like, are they all connected? I don't know. It's interesting. But there's also like this murder mystery cold case kind of website thing that's been brought up that the main girl writes for. Like, it's a community-based cold case website, like forum, like maybe Reddit, I guess, that she writes for. And I read another book kind of like this. It was called The Amateurs, but that's part of a series. I never finished it, but it was really good. But it had like this kind of forum. I feel like it nicely connects kind of technology in books. Like I feel sometimes it ages poorly when authors try to be like hip and like use slang and like modern terms and stuff. It's like not super modernized, and I didn't even get like a time period until later. I think it's like modern post-pandemic because it referenced a pandemic, so I feel like it is modern. But it's a very interesting book so far, and I'm really excited to continue reading it. I'll do an update tomorrow with how much I read. Hello, I'm back. It is now Thursday, so it's been 2 days since I updated because the last 2 days have been kind of busy. It's homecoming week of my senior year, so there's lots of events going on. We just had our school parade, and Tuesday was my dad's birthday, so it's been a few days, very hectic, but I have finished the book. And it was pretty good. Overall, I am rating it 3.5 stars because from the beginning to like 80%, I was really into it. Like it was a really good mystery book. And then that like 80 to 90% where it's kind of concluding stuff, I don't know, I wasn't super satisfied. And the like 90 to the finish where it kind of set up for the next book, because this is a series. Like when it set up the next series, I was back into it again. So overall, 3.5 stars. It wasn't entirely, one of the endings was just a little off, but overall I really liked the book. Like it was a really good mystery. The narrator wasn't like Sherlock Holmes by any means, and so that was kind of interesting because I feel like in a lot of murder mysteries, like the main character is like really smart, knows what they're doing a lot of the time, like kind of like that, but it very accurately portrayed her as just like a high schooler. Like she was very smart and was like obsessed with murders and cold cases and stuff like that, but there's a lot of stuff she missed, which I kind of appreciate. But with one book down, that means my next book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I've heard really great things about. So I'm excited to begin reading this one. Hi, and I am doing an update today. It's now Saturday, it's 11:30-ish, and yesterday at school I read around like 20% of the book. I'm a decent chunk into it. It's quite good right now. I like how it's like a research project for school is kind of like the plot, I guess, and the girl is going around and trying, like, she doesn't believe that the verdict of this murder is correct, and so she's trying to kind of prove it wrong, but also having the excuse of it being like a research project. And it's interesting because I'm kind of doing like a research project too. It's not related to like a murder mystery, but I have this thing called an extended essay where it's like a 4,000 word essay that I have to write, analysis type stuff. And so it's weird that it's kind of like similar to what I'm doing like currently, but it's interesting seeing like her go through and almost be the detective herself, but it's 5 years past the murder, and so she has to rely on what's already been found, but knowing that it kind of has a bias, but also she's biased, and also interviewing people who it was 5 years ago, like the memories might be hazy. So it's pretty good murder mystery right now. It's interesting. I will probably try and read a little bit today. I don't know when the next time I will update is because tonight is homecoming and I'm so excited. After we take pictures, I'll probably put one in the video, but yeah, I'm excited. Hi, I'm back. It is October 1st, officially the start of spooky season. It's Tuesday, so it has been a few days since I've updated, and pretty far, I'm 48%, which is a page 186, and it's really picking up. It's middle of the book, so the plot is definitely thickening, but it's really good. So I think on Friday I was at like 19%, so since then I've read to 48, so I've done quite a big chunk. Overall, I'm really liking it. I'd say probably I'm at 4.5 stars maybe right now. It's got a really good like mystery plot. It's really well written. Quite enjoying it. Definitely know why it's like so highly recommended by everyone I know who's read it. But also this week is the last week before fall break. Hopefully I can finish this book within the next couple of days and maybe finish my next book hopefully by next week. Not sure. That is wild. I can't say because it's a giant spoiler. But like I feel like it just got real for her. Like before, like she was in it, but also like not. But now she's like in it. It's personal. Oh, I feel so bad. This is an evil person, whoever it is. It's an evil person.
A few moments later.
That was such a sad chapter. 36. Oh my god. That was painful. That was quite painful. I have like 50 pages left. 53, I think. And it's getting tense. I feel like there's gonna be like a giant twist though in the end, because it's still enough to like have something, but like I feel like it's the part in like an action movie where like the fighting's going on, like they're about to have the final big battle, and it's just like I'm so scared and excited and everything. What? Okay, I've got 30 pages left. I just started chapter 45, page 353. There's 383 pages, and there's been like 2 or 3 giant like changes. Like, what? I'm stunned, but I can't say anything because it is a spoiler. But like, one thing I did kind of guess, but then there's been 2 new things brought up. Like, there's been like this giant confession, and then it's like, wait, I didn't do that. And then also, I'm just so confused, but I don't want to spoil it. Oh my gosh, I'm stunned right now. I have 30 pages left. Oh my gosh. This is wild. Okay, I just finished the book, and overall, I might give it 5 stars or like 4.75. It was so good. Like that ending, it definitely leaves a lot of like question marks, I feel, for the next book, or at least like leaves enough semi-open ends or things to be investigated for the next two. But also, like, there was like a big question and then it goes and answers it. And I like the I don't want to say post-credit scene, but like the book equivalent. But it was pretty sweet. It was almost like heartwarming. And like, even though it's a murder, like you feel sympathy for all the people involved with it, whether like they were a victim or the person who committed it or like anything. It's like, I don't want to say wholesome, but like kind of wholesome. But I don't know. It was really good. I definitely see why it's like so highly ranked and like has such good reviews. And now I really want to read the next book. I do have another book by Holly Jackson. I think it's a standalone. It's called Five Survive, which is also a murder mystery. And so I definitely want to read more of Holly Jackson, because this book, definitely 5 stars or 4.75. Don't think I'm going lower than that. It was really good. Now that I have finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, that means I am on to my third and final book for this video, The Murder Game. Okay, so today is Sunday, October 6th, and it's around 1 p.m. I am still in my pajamas. I have a big comfy. But yesterday I didn't have time to update at all because I was busy like all day. We had a cross-country meet in the morning, and then me and my boyfriend went to help my mom at her plant shop, and we're like kind of renovating it. And so we were there and then we hung out afterwards, and so busy day. But today I'm kind of taking it easy, working on schoolwork, but tomorrow is the first official day of fall break and I'm so excited. I'm gonna try and read as much as I can. I do have some homework that I have to work on, but I'm hoping to have a productive 2 weeks. But on Friday, I did a big chunk of this book. I'm 21% through, so decent chunk. I think this is 2 pages shorter than A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So, but it's basically the same size as the other book. So I wonder how long it's gonna take me to read that one, but it's pretty good so far. The murder has happened, and in my eyes, I think there's like 4 or 5 suspects that I see. It's very interesting because the main character is a guy, and I usually don't, like most books I read aren't from the point of view of a guy, but it's just kind of interesting to have like not a girl be the narrator. But he is like the only innocent one, but he was with 3 people in the woods next to the murder, and that is kind of, that's on the back, so that's not really a spoiler, but it could be any one of them. And so it's kind of wild because right now the police are kind of investigating the school. Like it's this private school, I think in like Connecticut, that's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And so all of the students are like, oh my gosh, there was a murder on campus. And it says, it's on the back, it says it was the wife of one of their teachers. But so the wife was a teacher and her husband was the dean. And so it's like kind of the high power of the school, I guess. But it's just very interesting. And it was actually his second wife. The first wife also works at the school, so that's a suspect. But there's just so many like options, and so I'm like kind of trying to solve the murder with it. But the main character, Luke Chase, also has a backstory that it hasn't been fully revealed yet, but like there's been snippets of it. Like it starts to kind of explain and then it gets cut off. Like someone interrupts the conversation or is like, oh yeah, you don't want to talk about it. And so like I want to know what happened to him because it's like traumatizing for him. And so this whole like murder investigation is traumatizing, but like I don't know what he went through, and so I'm like, let me know. I guess. But it's really good. I'm enjoying it. But I will try and read today. I think I'm going to read for a little bit, but I will update whenever I read on my break. Bye. Hello, I am now back. It is Wednesday. Last time I updated was Sunday, and I haven't had much time to read or update because the last few days have been really busy. So I'm going to try and read, but just doing a little update because I haven't in a few days, and I also haven't had time to read. I read 6 pages this morning, but so I'm on page 118 now. So I am currently sitting in my school's parking lot outside the track, and I had to drop my sister off at 7:30, and my practice doesn't start till 8. So it is currently 7:32, and so I'm going to be reading a little bit, but it is October 10th. I read to page 192. I'm on chapter 19, and It's going pretty good. This is 50% done. So I think I went from like late 20s, early 30 percentage to 50. So I read quite a bit yesterday. I also had another busy day because I had my senior photos and it was really fun. I definitely enjoyed it. I've never had like professional photos done, and so that was definitely a first. It was a good time. It was really fun. I can't wait to see them today. We get to choose some out, but I'm just gonna sit in my car, eat my breakfast, and read a little bit until someone comes, and then I'll stop because I don't want to be the random kid reading in my car alone outside the track. But yeah, but that is my morning update. So yeah, good morning. Alright, good morning. I am once again in the car. It is October 11th. It's 7:32. So I've got half an hour to read. Yesterday, I made it, I think, quite far. I'm on page 205, the beginning of chapter 20. So I think I read like 10-ish pages. I think I stopped reading 7:52. So that was like 20-ish minutes. So not bad. I think I'm like 53% done, but it's getting pretty good. I'm like over half. I've read this, half haven't read. So hopefully I can finish it like this weekend, maybe. It's Friday. So see you then. Okay, so it is like 9, bit past 9 p.m. I don't know. I've got like 50 pages left in my book, and it's really picking up. Like, one thing I will say about this book is it has felt slow. Like, it kind of didn't feel like until this point that they had real substantial like anything against anyone. Like, they'd have a little bit and then back off, and like it just bounced around a lot, which I feel like a lot of books I've known, like, they've been on to someone at least, but it's also added that aspect, like the book is flying by because it's like almost like they've been stuck at the beginning for a long time, but they also haven't. But I don't know, I am quite enjoying it. I've read better murder mystery books, but it's also really good. But I wanted to do a little update because I'm at this point right now where I've had no clue who it was at all up until this point, and then all of a sudden I'm like, it's this person. I know it's this person. Like, the character hasn't realized, but there's just been so much all at once, and it's just slightly suspicious moments that I'm like, it has to be this person. And so I don't think I don't know. I might finish it tonight. I'm not sure. But I'm a little frazzled right now. It's probably speaking a little fast, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's almost done. How is this going to end? My mom just walked in the house, and I've been home alone for a while, so I just kind of freaked out a little bit. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this book tonight. I just kind of gave my mom a rundown of it and like my thoughts in less of a spoilery way, because I'm just like, I'm kind of shaking like right now. It's like, oh my god, it's getting to the end. But I don't know if I'll be able to finish it tonight because I kind of have to go to bed soon. I have to wake up early tomorrow. But if not tonight, I'm finishing it tomorrow. All right, I have now officially finished the murder game. It is 4:14 on Saturday. I had about 10% left, like 30 pages, and overall, it was pretty good. It felt like the pacing sometimes felt a little off, I guess. But like, this is a standalone book. Like, there's no other book for it. Yet like it almost sets it up for another book, and like it kind of leaves it on like questions, not cliffhangers, but like enough that there could be other books in the series, which I kind of wish that there was, that Carrie Doyle, the author, could continue it. It was pretty good overall. Like, I didn't know who the killer was until like the same moment as the character. Like, it was kind of a big moment where it was just like, oh my gosh, that's them. So I don't know, I did definitely like it. I'd say maybe like 3.5 stars, or maybe 3.75 stars. It was definitely good, but I've also definitely read better. Okay, so a final wrap up for this video. I read 3 books. It was good. I really enjoyed reading like 3 murder mysteries to kind of get me into the spooky season feeling, because it's October 12th, so I do have a bit before Halloween, but I'm really excited. I have a couple costume with my boyfriend. It's gonna be Coraline and YB, so I'm really excited for that. But final reviews on the books, for By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Gone, I gave 3.5 stars. It is part of a series. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 books out now, and I feel like it's still being released. Definitely will continue on with this. Then the second book was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I gave 5 stars, and there's also 2 other books and then a prequel book, like a 0.5, and so definitely need to read those. This was 5 stars. It was really good. And then I just finished The Murder Game, and I also gave this one 3.5 stars. And I think I want to read more by Carrie Doyle. I was looking like at her to see if this had a sequel, and she's got, I think, 2 other series maybe of, they look like murder mystery books, and so I think that's kind of her genre. So I definitely want to read more by her. But thank you for watching this video if you made it all the way here. If you have any suggestions for books, or if you want to see me do any videos, you can, tell me. But that is it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks!